Hello everyone and welcome back to another new album video. This week we're taking a look at Hit Me Hard and Soft by Billie Eilish, first released May 17th, 2024. Some notable tracks on this album include Lunch, Birds of a Feather, L'amour de ma vie, and Skinny. I've listened to this album a few times this year. One of the year's best albums, I think, by far. Don't know why I waited so long to do this video for it because I listened to it right when it came out, and then I listened to it a couple more times since then, and I listened to it again somewhat recently to do this video. And very good album. I think it kind of just got away from me. This year's been very kind of stacked with just amazing albums, brand new albums this year. As well, I've listened to a bunch of other just albums that were new to me this year as well. So just listen to a ton of music. This one kind of got away from me, but we are covering it here in this video. It's up for several Grammys at the next year's Grammy Awards for 2024, which I think happened in February of 2025. Those nominations had came out maybe like a week or so ago, maybe a couple weeks. But it's up for several Grammys, including Album of the Year. One of my favorites of the year. I don't think it's my personal favorite overall. I still think that kind of belongs to Brat. If I had to name my top three albums for 2024 so far, it's probably Brat, Cowboy Carter, and then this. Not necessarily in that order. I think Brat being my favorite, and then Cowboy Carter and Hit Me Hard and Soft are kind of interchangeable in those little rankings. But overall, just an incredible album. Billie Eilish's third studio album. I have some notes here about it. We're going to get through those, get to the track list, and all that. So we just get this open here. There we go. So Hit Me Hard and Soft by Billie Eilish. Again, first release May 17th, 2024. Again, her third studio album. I think the first one she put out was in 2019. I would have to just bring up the name of it because it's kind of a long title. Let me actually just open this here and we can go into it. Just hit the discography really quick and yeah, so studio albums. Let me see here. Don't know what they want to see. SNL. Jump in, yeah. So When We Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go was her first in 2019. Happier Than Ever, a couple years later in 2021, and then 3 years after that with 2024's Hit Me Hard and Soft. So third studio album, just very good. Not a very long album, so it makes it like it's an easy album to listen to. It doesn't have any songs that really overstay its welcome. There's some albums I think that come out and the artist will just kind of pad the running time or the play time to where it becomes more like a chore to listen to it. This album, when you get to the track list, we'll actually get to the album length. But it's a very, not very short, but it's short enough that it doesn't feel like it overstays its welcome. So listen to it when it first came out. We're again just getting to this little review. The album was co-written with her producer and brother, Phineas O'Connell. I think they recorded it at his home studio in LA. And like he's been a collaborator with her for a while now. Let's see here. The album artwork is really interesting. So apparently, it took 6 hours, multiple takes to shoot this, and it had her being submerged in water. I think she had like a weighted vest to kind of like get the angles right and all that. She didn't do it with any kind of goggles or like nose plugs or anything. And I think I remember reading somewhere like a few years ago, she was trying to get over like a fear of drowning. So basically, and she was in this water for I think like 2 minutes like per time, and then doing that with I think she had talked about getting over the fear of drowning. So maybe that's no longer a thing. But just being submerged in water for 2 minutes multiple times over like a 6 hour period just feels like pretty intense. And then definitely showing that like the artist is putting in like this like effort to just make this amazing like album cover. So did it for 6 hours at a time. And I think she said it was like one of the most painful things she's ever done because it just took so long. Again, doing it without goggles or like nose plugs or anything like that. And the album artwork is very cool. Just her basically looks like falling through a door into water, like just kind of almost like very much like something you would maybe like see in like a dream or like a nightmare, maybe depending on how you feel about water. But falling through this door to like the black dark water underneath. So the album artwork is very cool. And I think, according to my research, she is the only artist, I believe, if this is, hopefully this was accurate, the only artist, so this is her third studio album, the only artist to have each of those studio albums be nominated for Album of the Year at the Grammys. So her first record got nominated, second record got nominated, and then this one nominated as well. Um, Again, she is up for a bunch. I think it's like 7 Grammys. I think I've found 6, and I think she's nominated for another Grammy, not related to this album because she did the Guess collaboration with Charlie XCX off the Brat remix album, and they did the music video for that, like months before that came out. So anyway, so this album here nominated for several Grammys, including Record of the Year for Birds of a Feather. I always kind of think it's weird because there's Record of the Year and then there's Album of the Year. I know there's like different differences between, like, I think they look at like the production side of things when they do Record of the Year, which is, it's kind of always been like a weird category, at least for me. But anyway, Record of the Year for Birds of a Feather, Album of the Year, of course, for the entire album, Song of the Year for Birds of a Feather, Pop Solo for the same song, Birds of a Feather, Pop Vocal Album, and then Dance Pop recording for L'amour de ma vie. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. So up for those Grammy Awards. A lot of people predicting that this is I don't want to say a shoo-in, but could potentially be very likely to win Album of the Year. I think it's a very good album. I would prefer to see Brat win Album of the Year, but if this wins, it's a very good album, and I would not be disappointed if this won Album of the Year. Other one I think that might be considered to be Cowboy Carter, another excellent record this year from Beyonce. Came out to widespread critical acclaim. Let me actually just bring up those reviews here, or at least some like review scores. Looks like Any Decent Music has it at a 9.3 out of 10. Metacritic has it at a 99 out of 100, which is kind of incredible because Metacritic is like an aggregate review. So it's kind of like Rotten Tomatoes, where we take a bunch of reviews and then kind of aggregate a score based on that. So 99 out of 100. Is it 99 or 89? It's like, can't really tell it was. Let me actually just copy paste this because the font is very small. It could be 89, but yeah, sorry, not 99, 89 out of 100, but still very solid for that album. Let me actually just bring back in the reviews here. There you go. So 89 out of 100. I apologize, not 99, but 89 out of 100. AllMusic has it at a 4.5 out of 5. Clash has it at an 8 out of 10. Daily Telegraph has it at a 5 out of 5. 4 out of 5 for The Guardian. Independent has it at a 5 out of 5. Thin Line of Best Fit looks like a 9 out of 10. NME has it at a 4 out of 5. Pitchfork has it at looks like a 6.8, kind of like, or is that an 8.8? Let me actually just copy that in because the font is a little bit slow. It looks like a 6 out of 10 from Pitchfork. Pitchfork is a little harder. They have I think a very high standard for albums. Rolling Stone has it at a 4 out of 5 and 4.5 out of 5 from Slant Magazine. So I apologize for the Metacritic thing. It looks like, again, I need to increase the font on this thing to read it a little bit better. But very good reviews overall. Now we're going to get into the track listing on this. So it's 10 tracks, 43 minutes and 45 seconds. So again, not a long album. Not incredibly short, but it's a very nice kind of middle ground. Like a 40-minute album, I think is, for me, they're perfect because I can listen to complete the album on like a walk or like my commute and stuff like that. Anyway, track 1 is Skinny. Very kind of toned down vocals. Kind of the thing I really liked about her earlier albums is kind of this almost, I don't really know how to describe it, but very just soft vocals like you would kind of see like during like the 1940s. So kind of a kind of vintage kind of sound to this track here. Track 2 is Lunch, probably my favorite track on the album. It's upbeat, just very good. Again, probably my favorite track. Track 3 is Shahiro. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. Track 4, probably the most famous track on the album, or most popular, is Birds of a Feather. It's the one that's nominated for a bunch of awards. Birds of a Feather is very good. Track 5 is Wildflower. Track 6 is The Greatest. Track 7 is L'amour de ma vie. Really interesting production on this because it feels almost like very like 80s synth 80s synth influenced. Really good track. Probably I would say my third favorite track on the album is I go Lunch, then Birds of a Feather, and then this one. Track 8 is The Diner. Track 11 is Bittersweet, but it's sweet like you would find like sweet in an office, like SUITE. So Bittersweet is track 9, and then track 10 is Blue. So again, 10 tracks, 43 minutes 45 seconds. Really nice kind of run time / playtime on this. And overall, just an excellent album from Billie Eilish. I don't know how I necessarily rank her albums. This might be one of my favorites. I think her first album was really good. That might actually be my favorite. I might go with her debut, then this, and then let me actually just bring up the discography again because like, was it? There we go. Forgot the title already for the first one. But yeah, so there's When We Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? Just an incredible album there. Might be my favorite. Then I probably put Hit Me Hard and Soft in second, with Happier Than Ever in third. But Hit Me Hard and Soft has really been kind of growing on me. Like I said, I've listened to it a few times this year, and again, listened to it again somewhat recently. And I think it just gets better and better each time I listen to it. Like when I listened to L'amour de ma vie recently, I was really getting into it because it was like just like the 80s synth vibes were just really good in that album. Lunch is just an incredible track as well. So just overall, a great, I would say probably pop album. That's kind of what it's up for. So like pop vocal stuff like that for the Grammys. We'll have to wait until February to see how this fares at the Grammy Awards. Again, wouldn't be surprised if they took Album of the Year. And then also wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't take Album of the Year, it'll probably take some other award, maybe multiple. We'll have to wait and see on that. But that is going to do it for this video. We'll be back again in a week with a whole new album. We've only got, so we're on week 47. We got like 5 to go. 5 weeks left in the year after this. So we're getting close to the end here. But at the end of the series, we'll do a breakdown of what we listened to this year. And then I'll probably do a separate mini kind of series on everything I listened to overall this year that wasn't necessarily part of this series. There's a lot of albums. I've listened to actually over 1,000 so far this year. So we'll probably just do them in batches, maybe like 100 at a time. Just go through, list off what I listened to. But again, that's going to do for now. So remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll see you again next time. Thanks again for watching. Take care and have a good one. See ya.